In this lesson, we are going to focus on partial products. So I'm going to do 35 times 7, okay? If you watched the previous lesson, you saw that we did this with area model. So we're going to use similar concept, but it's going to be set up differently. So what you're going to do is you're still going to kind of expand out your 35, because what we're going to do is we're going to multiply our tens first. We're going to do 30 times 7, okay? So 30 times 7. Remember, we focus on the fact that it's 3 tens times 7. So 3 times 7 is 21, but because it's 3 tens, I have to add that 0, which gives me 210. Okay, so I did the 30 times the 7. Now I'm going to do the 5 times the 7. Okay, so 5 times 7 is 35. If you were watching the previous lesson, you will know we call these partial products because we multiplied part of the multiplication problem and then another part. So I have two partial products. How do I find my final product? I have to add my partial products together. So I add my ones, I get 5. I add my tens, I have 4 tens, and then I have 2 hundreds. So instead of putting these in the boxes like we had before, we're stacking the problem, getting closer to that traditional method. Okay? Some people say, well, why do you multiply the tens before the ones? I like to multiply the tens first because I like to have my larger partial product on top and then my smaller one below. Okay, so let's do 64 times 8. Okay, so what is my tens? It is 60 times 8. Why is it times 8? Because I'm multiplying both parts times 8. Okay, so I'm going to look at my basic fact here. I have 6 tens times 8. So 6 times 8 gives me 48. And because it's 6 tens, though, I have to add that 0. So it's 480. Okay, now I have to do my ones times the 8. So I have 4 ones times 8. 4 times 8 is, if you said 32, you are correct. Again, what do we call these? We call these our partial products. And what do we do to partial products? We add them together. So I have 2. In my tens, I have 11. So I'm going to have to leave a 10 down here and bring up my 100 here. Yes, you may have to regroup in here. Make sure that you're putting your regrouping and not forgetting to put that, okay? So in my hundreds, I have 400s and 100, which gives me 512, okay? So my final product, after adding my partial products together, is 512. Okay, this one I want you to try. Let's do 79 times, let's do 3. Okay, so if you're going to try this one on your own, pause the video right here and then come back to check it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my tens, and looking at my tens, I have 70 times 3. Okay, oh, I'm off the screen here. Okay, there we go. So I have 70 times 3. So I have my 7 tens times the 3. So that would be 21 tens. Because it's tens I'm talking about, again, I have 210. Okay. Now I need to look at my ones. I have 9 times 3. Okay. And 9 times 3 is 27. I have my partial products. I'm going to add my partial products together. So I have 7 ones 3 tens and 2 hundreds. So my final product is 237. And that's how you use partial products to solve multiplication.